I've been wrestling with this phone for about 3 minutes. I don't know why, but when I turned it on, I was looking at myself and I'm like, that's too close. So I had to rearrange things on my desk, although I put it in the same spot from the beginning, but I'm like, it's just too close. I'm anxious to share something with you, and you're the only ones that I can talk to about this. But I want you to know, deep down in my heart, that I'm not lying about what I'm fixing to tell you. I am who I am, and as you know, I'm Arcturian hybrid princess, and that's something I don't want to brag about, but I'm happy to have that title. I'm very grateful. Being who I am, I will not lie to you. Growing up, when I was a kid, I did little white lies, like, no, I didn't eat that cookie, no, I didn't hit her, kind of thing, you know what I mean? Just to have conversation with somebody and lie about the whole conversation, that's not who I am. As an adult, I will not lie, period. Unless it's a white lie, like, I didn't get you that for Christmas, you know, because you don't want to ruin the surprise. So I'm going to tell you what just happened to me, and then I'll tell you about the last couple of visits. I was in the bathroom, and I was trying to do something with my hair. I needed more body, so I'm like straightening it and all this because I had to go to the store. And I really never had body, so I'm in there really just trying to put texture spray in it and all kinds of stuff. My hair smells good, by the way. And something just kept catching my eye. And finally, I just kind of stopped, and I was kind of looking around in the mirror. I kid you not, there were orbs flying around like crazy. And the one that I seen, two actually, but one was so beautiful. And I'm not lying to you when I describe this. I cannot stress enough how much I'm not lying to you. But it wasn't an orb, but it was a little winged being. And the first thing that came to me was fairy. I'm not sure if it's fairy, but the wing, it was like it was soaring. It wasn't flapping, and its wings were just kind of stretched out, and it was beautiful, and it was just gliding. I think I've seen it 2 to 3 times, and I kept spinning around thinking, is that a bug? And when I spun around, it was nowhere to be seen. All 3 times, even the time I was watching it, I spun around and didn't see it. And so I asked for it to come back. I think the first time I asked for it to come back, and it did. Then I asked for my Aunt Linda to come. And then a small orb way behind me in my bedroom area come behind me and kind of went down. I think I just saw one. I'm not 100% sure. But the one with wings was beautiful. And it was so different that I know it wasn't an insect. And I think it was the first or second time, it was just going around the ceiling and then coming down. And it was gliding so gracefully. It wasn't like, you know, flap, 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 you know, how our insects are. But the last time I saw it, I was in awe. I'm like, that is beautiful. The first thing that I thought, and this is going to sound crazy, you know, Harry Potter, the, what did he call that? The golden something, the ball that would sprout wings. That was the first thing I thought of. I don't know why, but this was beautiful. And I don't know if I said, I was staring in the mirror the whole time. I seen orbs going like crazy from my mirror behind me. Now, some came from the mirror area, and the more I'm seeing these things, the more I want to say the mirror is a portal. Now, I can't say that 100% because I don't know. But from what I'm seeing, it seems to fit, but I'm not sure. I would love to put a ring camera in there during the day and night, but I can't afford it. I'll put one on my wish list. If any of you want to chip in and get the ring camera, I think there's already one in there, but when I put this up, I will make sure one is in there. Just in case any of you want to purchase that and you can see it at night. When I go to bed, I'll turn it on. I'll leave it on all day long, all day and night, except when I go to the bathroom. No, and shower. Well, nobody else is going to see it. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was having a panic attack just then. So that being said, I have to tell you about, there's 3 things. I can't remember the third, but I forgot about this visit. I remembered it last night, so I quickly put it down in my notes, my video notes, what I'm going to do for my videos. And this one kind of irritated me. It was a female voice, and she was like going all over my bedroom, scaring me. Now, mind you, I was sound asleep, and she would make me jump. And it was like she was saying boo or ha or something like that. And the last time she did it, she was above my headboard, above my head, and jumped out of my skin. And finally I said, would you stop that? And she did. But I'm like, what the heck was that about? I don't know what that was about. Then last night, no, I think it was this morning. Gosh, I'm not 100% sure. Usually when I open my eyes, I look at the time because I don't want to sleep all day. So I was kind of half awake, and I heard this voice. I think it was a female voice, clear as day and soft. She said, they are here. And my eyes opened like, what the heck? Because I heard it like I was in a very light sleep. I tossed and turned all night. And then I think I went back to sleep after that. I thought about it for a few minutes, went back to sleep. But I'm like, that's a message for me. That is a message. And I have to try to figure that out. I kind of have a feeling that specific entities, as in extraterrestrials, are here. I don't know if that was a warning or for me to go looking. I'm not 100% sure. But I do feel like something is stirring in the air. Something is going to start happening. I feel that deep down. I was meditating earlier. I have not meditated in a long time. And I know now what a piece of my mission is. And it seems to fit. I'm like, well, that seems to fit. I hadn't meditated in a while, but I have the knack of the minute I sit down, get in my position, and position my hands into a portal. And I've noticed that Bashar does that too, or the man who channels Bashar. I can't show you. I do that, but downward in between my legs. I sit Indian style. Some reason one day I had been meditating for a while, and one day my hands just went like that, and it felt comfortable. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll keep that. So I got in the pose, and I had this knack of just dropping really quick. And so what I usually do is I visualize myself floating above Earth, and I sit there and spread a very extremely white golden light around Earth. And it's like I spin it around where it engulfs the whole Earth, and to heal it. And I do that often. Even when I'm meditating, I'll imagine it, because your imagination is your manifestation. So I'm sitting there doing that, and then I called forth my higher self. And I kept repeating it, and then I said, what is my mission? And then I was in, I want to say a store. And I don't know what store. Because I see grocery aisles and everything. If you pay attention, I'll go back in the area where I see things in action, and then I talk about it, and I keep going back and forth. So that's a part of my channeling. So I'm down with this person, and I think it was a man, an older man. He was laying down, and he was freaking out. And I kneeled down by him, and I said, it is okay. And he said, I'm dying. And I said, it is okay. Focus. Look into my eyes. And I stared at him, and I got his attention, and I said, there's nothing to be scared of. You will just go to sleep, and your soul will be reborn. I don't know if that's the exact words I said, but more or less I said, you just go to sleep and it's over. You just sleep and your soul crosses over and all your pain goes away. Just calm down and breathe and relax. I'm here with you. There is not one thing to be scared of. And he was just staring in my eyes. And I'm like, just calm, just breathe. And he did. And I held his hand, and I just kept reminding him that I was there and to stay calm. There's nothing to be scared of. Your family is on the other side waiting for you with open arms, and all of your pets that you've ever had, and they're anxious to meet you again. And then he passed away. And then I'm like, well, that fits, because my higher self continuously in this lifetime crosses over souls all day long. That's what my soul does, among many other things. But that was shown to me from a higher self. My higher self, the golden woman, an unaliver at my feet. And he had unalived many people. And he was bowed down. And I crossed him over in love. It was amazing how I just loved that being. Although he did all those bad things, I crossed him over in love. So what I'm supposed to be doing fits. I'm helping people cross over. When I was in Sedona, I seen myself crossing people over, and there was a child and a man who were scared to cross over. I appeared as my angel self and said, would an angel lie to you? And then the kid went in, but the man stayed out. He was afraid of punishment. There's no punishment. The only punishment that you will have is to come back again and straighten your life out. Fix the things that you didn't fix in the past life. That's it. I'm like, okay, so how do I get started? Where do I go? How do I do this? But I feel something, I don't know what to say. This is my human self doubting something that I know is going to happen. Because I'm like, no, God, how would I come up with that message? I'm not that knowledgeable, I'm like, nah, that's not true. That didn't happen. But I'll just come out and say it. But keep in mind, timelines change. And I've discussed that in one of my videos. Timelines change. This vision I had could turn out positive. And that vision came up when I said, where do I get started? One of my visions, and I did a video of this, but just in case not all of you have seen that video, it started where I was among buildings that had crumbled down, as in war. And I'm walking around thinking, what in the world? And I'm looking around, there's no men, but there were women. We were dirty, we had sweaters on, so it was cold. And we were walking around, and I'm like, where's my kids? Where's my kids? And at the time I had this vision, I didn't have kids. And I'm looking around thinking, oh my gosh, where is everybody? Oh my gosh. And then I had this feeling of hunger and thirst. And I look in front of me, and there's this military man standing on rubble, reading a list. And I didn't hear him, but I knew what he was saying, and he was reading men's names off that list. Heartlessly, he's reading it, and then he drops it. And that letter, or the paper, slowly drifts to the ground, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that is so many. And I look up, and he's walking away like he didn't care. So my thought is that the place where that activity is right now, in which I can't say, the things going on over there, I feel might bleed over here. How do I say it? How do you spell that? President. I hope I spelled that right. I have this weird thing that if I don't write it down, I forget how it's spelled. I don't know why. That he is going to instigate things. I don't know. Keep in mind that things change. The timelines always change. There's always a disturbance. And I could have been one of them. And I talked about that in another video. Let's hope not. Let's cross our fingers and hope that that ends over there and doesn't start over here. I know there was one more thing that I want to discuss in my list. I guess I'll have to add it to next video. I will say quickly that I did make a video one ahead. That way I would always be one ahead. I'm not anymore. But I'm so glad I did that, because yesterday, after having these teeth pulled, he said the third day was horrible. And he was not kidding. It was horrible. I was in excruciating pain. And I took the pills they gave me, which were really strong, and they really didn't take all the pain away. It just took the edge off. And I'm sitting there doing everything I can not to take another one. I'm trying to not take so many to stretch them out. But today's a better day. But I'm glad I did a video ahead, because I would not have felt like talking. I even canceled my and my daughter's visitation. Well, visitation. She's an adult, so it wasn't a visitation, but she comes and visit, which I guess is the same thing. You know me and my words. I am going to end this here, and know that I love you tremendously. Tremendously. And I'm so grateful that you stayed around and watched my videos. And you mean a lot to me. You really do. So I hope you have a good day or night, wherever you are. And I'm going to send you love, light, and peace.